right, good evening and late afternoon, and I hope you're all doing well. My name is Odantini Odilia, and you are watching Siwu 9 live on CTV. Once again, my name is Odantini Odilia. If this is the first time you are watching us, we do this program this and every Sunday at exactly 4 p.m. We start the program with a song from Samini, telling you a history or like a story about land purchase. Don't sit in a bruchi, don't sit somewhere, right? And send some money to somebody that you are not too sure of. That is not an expert to purchase a property for you. Always talk to the expert to purchase a property that you acquire that you need for your family and your friends, or even for business, right? So don't sit. That's the advice we are giving everybody on this show every time. Don't sit in your corner. Don't sit elsewhere and say that I trust my family, I trust my friend, or I trust a year source of information that this property is going out for sale. If you don't check the documents and don't check whether actually the person who is selling the property for you is the rightful owner, right? So thank you so much once again. This evening is about questions and answers. We'd like to give the opportunity to you to access any question that you want to access. If you're going through any issue concerning land, concerning rentals, concerning a house that somebody has built for you but didn't do it rightly, this is the opportunity for you to call us. The experts are in the studio to help you with the discussion. But before we start, let's get some words of exhortation to motivate us for the week.
I welcome you to the devotional part of the program Siuda on CTV. Today I speak on a very important issue, and that is how you can manage conflict. Conflict management in your relationship, in your organization, at your job place, just to mention but a few. Before I begin, I want you to take your Bibles with me and flip the pages when we get to Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. Proverbs chapter 15. I welcome you to the devotional. Turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs anger. Conflict, can I say it's unavoidable? Because we have some petty ones. We have some very serious ones. It is part of us. And conflict can arise as a result of misunderstanding about nature, about your aims, about your objectives of your job, about the situation and about the state. And this misunderstanding is aggravated by anger or hate, or when you are fed up with people and fed up with situation, that anger, the feelings of displeasure will motivate, will increase the level of conflict that you have. So by way of definition, what is a conflict? A conflict is a serious disagreement or argument, typically protracted. So this disagreement or this argument will last for a time, a period. It could be 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. It could also be about 10 minutes, 1 hour. But a serious disagreement or argument, typically, that is protracted. Since conflict sometimes cannot be avoided, what can you do to minimize conflict? Wherever you find yourself, in your marriage, at your workplace, in your relationship, in your friendship, even in church, in the mosque, in the community, in your neighborhood, in your nuclear family or extended family, how can you minimize conflict? Number one, think before you speak. You need to ask yourself if our fear or stress or worry is causing a negative response from others, a feeling of insecurity and unappreciative. Let me ask you, are you misunderstanding the situation or you are exaggerating the problem? Let's think about what is happening before we respond or we speak. So, one way to minimize conflict is to think before you speak. Another way is ask for what the person needs or what you need. Don't assume that people are mind readers. And so you are with me as a friend. I'm doing something, you don't like it. It puts you on the edge. Sometimes you become angry. Sometimes it ends in a conflict. But all along, you expect that I should know what I'm doing you don't like.
CTVGH. Welcome, my guest. Most of them need no introduction, but let me start from my fresh man on the block. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm good. He is one of the organizers of Garib. Can you tell us a bit about Garib and what you do at Garib before we start the whole thing?
Okay, so Garib, the full name of Garib is Ghana Association of Real Estate Brokers. What we do at Garib is our mission is to sanitize the real estate sector in Ghana.
Okay.
So there's a lot of wrongdoings in the sector at the moment, and we are an organization set up to sanitize the system, to make the system safe for whoever is purchasing the property or whoever is selling the property to have a safe place to deal.
Thank you so much. He goes by the name Ben, and when you can check him on Instagram. He's called Ben the Broker. Eben Akwaba. Sorry, Penny, it's saying. Sorry, Penny. Next time we later, memo of punishment. Sorry, Penny. Next to him, Alfred. It's saying. Akwaba.
Sundays near very tight.
Oh, kind of friend wrong. Into the share, if I.
A church or tight.
Into church tight now. Some of us you that tight and random. So, 10%.
Madam,
What am I? You're trying to see cash in audience in Right, today is about questions and answers. We would like you to give us whatever problem you are going through, being it land, being it a house, being it rental. If anybody has sold any land to you, so be at once sick amount. Na ankuye. Nipano oton asase ma wuchi ahoka. But asase no embeka wonsa. Ana say wuchi ahoka de ba ehun kraka. Documentation is a problem. Today it is this story. Let me start with one scenario. I was talking to a lady, one of the teachers in my kids' school. Somebody sold a land to her. It was actually a church member selling the land to her. And then the documentation is not a problem. And then, today, tomorrow next. And I asked her, did you pay? She said yes. She has finished paying full payment. So I asked her, did you pay by cash or by bank or by Momo electronic? And she said she paid with cash. And I said, do you have receipt? She says no. So in this case, she knows the person very well. The person is a church member, a close person who sold portion of her land to her. What is she supposed to do? Let me start with you, Vice President.
Thank you very much. So in a such situation, when it comes to real estate or property ownership, familiarity should be something that we should overlook, but let the right thing be done. Even if my blood brother says, oh, I've given you this property, I'll make sure he gives me documents to prove that. People always look at familiarity. Oh, it's a family friend. Oh, this very close friend of mine, a relative. So we don't take receipts. We don't look at the documentation. But we should always understand that when it comes to real estate, documentation, that's legal ownership and possession, has to come into play for ownership to be complete. So the person may sell the land to you. You may even start construction, but you may not have any document to prove that it is yours. Later on, when the person passes on, or the person is no more,
the people who inherit the person, that's where the problem becomes.
You have nothing to prove that this land belongs to you, and they have every right legally to kick you out of the land. So such situation, even if it's a church that is selling it to you, demand for all the
even if it's the church that is selling to you,
demand
where you pay your collection and tithe.
Yes,
And also for
demand for necessary.
Also for in Ghana here, let me put it, in Ghana here or in Africa here, the pastors are right no matter what, even if they are spelling nonsense. Right? So in such situation that we are governed by such like mentality, what do you think that a person will have confidence to do that?
Oh, you should understand. You should understand. You are giving money to the person. So if you are not comfortable making sure, but they are very nice way asking for documents. I remember with this scenario, one passed out. He's even apostle. He sold a land to a member, and he gave partial document. So with time, this man wanted to also sell, and it was back and forth. So I have to talk to him that, okay, you talk to Papa, tell him that you want to do this A, B, C, and D. So he provide you with the remaining documents. And he was able to talk to the man politely. It's not about I need my documents, so you should break relationships. No, there are nice ways you can request for the right thing to be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Alfred.
Yep.
Let me skip you and then talk to Ben. Ben. To Ben. Ben, yes. Ben and calling him Ben. I think that's the same thing that is happening.
Yeah.
Ben, what advice would you give to such a person?
Okay, so one of my mentors told me wisely enough that real estate is the largest, or if not the largest investment you probably make in your life. So with such an investment, you have to always make sure the documentation is always intact. And I always advise people, I don't understand why people would want to, because in real estate, the amounts that we are talking about are huge sums of money.
Huge
So
figures.
why would you want to pay in cash in your scenario? Why would you want to do a bank transfer or deposit in the bank? I think it's easier to trace such a transaction than paying in cash. I always advise you pay at the bank.
Pay at the bank.
Because it's easier for you to track
trace.
that, yeah, in the banking system than to have a receipt or whatever. Anybody can write you anything, and then you go back tomorrow and then the person will tell you, no, it wasn't me. So it makes it the essence of dealing or transacting with the bank very, very essential. And I like that my fellow guy member is here. The Act highlights that transactions are to be made at the bank. You have to make sure that you make every single transaction at the bank.
At the bank. On this note, we have a caller, our first caller, our case scenario for this evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Your name, if I'm not too clear, Gloria.
No, please, Nadia.
Nadia. Yes, Nadia, where are you calling us from?
Okay, I'm calling from Agape.
Agape.
to, ask for a permission from the landowner to.
If
to,
you
I
are,
mean,
if you are what?
buying a land.
If you are buying a land, if you are what?
Buying a land.
If you are buying a land,
buy a land.
you want to buy
I
a land.
I heard from your program saying you need to do a search before you buy the land.
Yes, you need to do a proper search, not just any search, a proper search.
A proper search before you buy the land.
Yes.
And here's the case whereby I want to buy a land for the first time. So do I have to ask permission from the landowner to get a surveyor to survey the land before I buy?
So you are finding out whether you need a permission from the landowner to do the survey.
Because I haven't made payment, so there's no way the landowner would give me a permission to survey the land once I haven't made any payment.
Yes, please. You'll be given permission, but Vice President Garib Ebenezer will take up on that question. First time buying a land, he would like to know whether the landowner will give him permission, what he needs to know, the red flags and the positive flags he needs to go by before he can be able to. And I hope this program is part of your timetable, right?
I'm watching it for the first time.
For the first time, make sure every Sunday you watch us and follow our social media handles, because we have treated so many topics that I'm sure if you had watched from the beginning, you would have known all these things, right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. So keep watching us. They'll pick the question and then answer you. Let's go for a quick turnaround and come back. It is for me and you. It's our audience time. Can you call us with any question on land that you have, right? Eben.
Hello.
All right, let me speak to you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. But look at you.
Me pass okay, Chine yetio. Chine ya
I'm making a program, no?
Me da se.
Me was on a month,
Ya sa se no. If you go Accra, until we find your number, no WhatsApp number na wo ho no. Why?
WhatsApp number is 024.
024 I patch of WhatsApp number no. Why?
Okay.
Me patch me da se. I'm on for person to ask. Me da se. I think Eben, let's answer a question before we get the next caller.
Okay. So, first time land buyer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you need to see what you want to buy. And then after confirming that, okay, this is the parcel of land I want to buy, you need to get a licensed surveyor to pick the coordinates. Usually, they may give you a site plan for you to conduct a search. But if you really like the land and per the terrain we find ourselves, it's better you go with your surveyor to pick the coordinates.
Okay.
And run the search with the coordinates that you pick from the site.
Okay.
And with the issue of permission to pick the site plan, yes, you need to talk to the owner of the land. That
He should give you permission to do that.
Permission. But other than that, anyone at all can just go on any land,
Pick machine.
Pick the coordinate, prepare site plan in their name. And it's possible for people.
It's possible. People do it.
People to do that.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to tell the person that, okay, I like that this land. So on so and so dates, I'll come with my surveyor to pick the coordinates. And after the coordinates have been picked, you can run the search. The surveyor will help you prepare a site plan, run the search at the Lands Commission. And even with the coordinate, they can even run the search. Then after that, they prepare the site plan in your name. Then the one selling the land to you will have to give you an indenture or a transfer document that my interest in this parcel of land, I am giving it to you. So if the person has maybe 47 years left in a land.
And that is the red flags we need to work on. Let me pick this my call out because that conversation is a very broad one. Hello, good evening. Please, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Please, your name and what you are calling from.
I'm
Okay.
Yes, I have a land, and the land is and it is under registration process.
The land is?
I'm registering the land. I'm taking the land commission. The documents of the commission, and we are ready.
Please, are you closer to your TV set?
Yes, please.
Please be far away from it for us.
Okay, so it's an irrigation process.
The land is an irrigation land.
It's going through a irrigation process.
Okay.
With land commission.
Okay.
And I was informed that the chief is doing a different layout in the land area.
The chief is doing what?
A different layout, site layout.
Okay.
And they are claiming that they are going to give us a different allocation.
Okay.
And I want to tell them that it's the right thing to do because that man is now registered when you search my name.
So the land that the chief, let me clarify, the land the chief wants to reallocate for you, is it within the same area or is at a different place?
The same area, but not on my own.
Not on your own?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Alfred will pick that question and then answer for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling us. I would like to use this opportunity to talk to you watching me from home and from any part of the capital or the country. Try as much as possible to be far away from your TV set. Other than that, you give us a feedback. If we don't hear your question well, we can't be able to answer it properly for you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Please, how are you doing?
Yo. But I'm in someone CTV.
Back to you.
No. I saw you see you are seeing authority to you.
What assassin or Afinia forestry one?
So exit.
Okay. Obi pebia one. Me pacho you. Me dasi baby so free. Why? Emisha. Bye bye. All right, the phone lines are open. Today is for me and you. I would want to answer any litigation issues you have pertaining land. If you have any structure to that, the contractor didn't build it well, please call us. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, I'm called Abla. I'm coming from Wa.
You're calling from Wa?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
let's hear you.
Yeah, I bought a piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a litigation over that land.
At where?
Wa.
Okay.
So I hardly went and built a draft wall around the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether the new owner will come and ask me to come out to penalty or not.
You bought a land and there were litigation on the land?
Yes.
And the same land you bought it?
Yes. And the earlier person who sold me the land lost the case. And a new party has won it. So I don't know.
All right. Thank you so much. This is a very broad answer we would have to give you. So on this note, production team, let's drop the phone lines and let's answer the few questions that has come and then we open the phone lines again. Is that okay? Thank you so much for that, Robert. I don't know where I start from. Let me start with Ben. On the other question that Eben was answering.
Okay. For the first time land buyer. Okay. So, like you were saying, it's a broad topic, but I feel like the first thing that you have to do is involve a broker.
Involve a broker?
Yes.
For them to charge big money?
No. They'll charge you a fee, but it's not big.
Okay.
Like it's a
you
little
I'm
fee.
relaxing my
Yes.
check.
So you need to involve a professional in all these things because, like you are saying, you have first time buyer, and there are lots of things that you are supposed to look out for that you might miss. So when you involve a professional, or at least involve your lawyer. Because if there is a litigation or whatever on the land,
they'll tell you.
They will make sure that they'll tell you, they'll warn you over certain things, and don't rush into buying a land. Never, if you feel rushed, don't involve yourself in the land. Take your time to look at every single detail, and then you go on. Like you were saying, you hire your own surveyor. Don't rely on the the seller's site plan. A site plan is just a document that to show the coordinates of the land. I can give you a site plan, but it might not necessarily mean wherever you saw. So you always take your surveyor to the site, you pick the coordinates, you go to the Lands Commission, you run your search, make sure that whatever document the person is has in his possession correlates with the result that you find. That is when you, like if you have a broker, your broker will negotiate with the owner for the price and everything, and then your lawyer will take it from there, prepare a document for you, and then you are good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to come to the agent issue. But Alfred, any adding up or picking any of the questions audience have asked?
If you are experienced, this is the best teacher. So if you are a first-time buyer, let's say you are absolutely naive about buying a land or something like that, you can always inquire from probably your family members. There should be someone amongst them who has bought a land before, so they might understand the nitty-gritty of it. So you consult them and then they could run you through. Another thing is that before you get buying the land, you will need to determine who you want to buy the land from. Do I, like my brother said, do I want to buy it from a broker? Do I want to buy it from a real estate company? So for instance, you need to know the area you want to buy the land, the region or the area. Okay, and then who you want to buy. Do I want to buy it from a chief, from a family member, or from a company? Assuming I want to buy it from a chief, is the chief gazetted? Do they have the power to sell that piece of land they want to buy? If I want to buy it from a company, let me read a bit about the company. Okay, definitely I want to buy from Forever Construction, so let me read a bit about Forever Construction. Let me look at the organizational structure. Let me look at how they do their things. That will inform my decision. It will tell me that, oh, at least if I go here, I am in safer pair of hands. So you always need to know who you want to buy the land from.
All right, knowing who to buy the land from. Good evening. Where are your lands? I'm sure a lot of people want to know where our lands are. Okay, I'm watching right now. Thank you so much for sending us that message. We'll respond to you as well. I am interested in... Okay, all right. So let me pick the questions. Can the coordinates be seen on the site plan to do necessary search phase 2? But I'll let Eben answer the other question that came before we go there.
The one who said the person who he bought a land from,
yes, please,
lost the case.
Yes, please.
If the one you bought the land from has lost the case,
then you should know that.
You should know that you've also lost the case.
Oh.
So you should rather see the one who
has the judgment,
who won the case. If the person is really willing to give the land to you, there are some few negotiations that you can do with the person. This issue, as he's saying, is very dominant in Accra here. There may be, I think there was something similar at Ashalaja, where 2 families and one lost the case. So definitely when the new chief or the new person whom the land is held in trust comes, you would have to go to that person for your indenture. For example, with the Ashalaja issues, those who were registering their lands at the Lands Commission over there, they were all referred to go to the new person who has won the case for a new indenture before they can proceed with the registration. So the one that you bought the land from has lost the case, meaning the person had no legal interest to pass on to you. So as soon as that has been established, meaning you have to get to the right person to get what you are actually looking for. You can't give what you don't have.
Okay. True. Okay. So now let's come to the question that just came, Alfred.
Yes. So.
Okay. So let me read. If you didn't get it, let me read the other question that came before I go there. There's a plot of land I bought some years back. I got my site plan, but couldn't register it because of COVID. Couldn't register it because of COVID. The chief within Accra passed away afterwards. The new chief has ordered there shouldn't be any registration of lands sold by the deceased chief. How do I get a piece of land to be registered in my name, please?
Please, could you still go over it?
All right, there's a plot of land I bought some years back. I got my site plan, but couldn't register it because of COVID.
He has the site plan, but not the indentures.
Yes.
Not the indentures.
Yes, he says he has site plan. Yes.
think we should establish what a site plan is and what an indenture is. So
because the people know that site plan is
it's not a
indenture.
complete document.
Yes.
The site plan is part of the document.
Okay.
Because you need the indentures. That is the schedule, the agreement. That is, in fact, the person proper of the document proper. So if the new chief has the power to do the indentures, and then the whole book or the whole document proper, then he should follow. He should follow suit. So first of all, now you have the site plan. So you go to the chief, you go to the palace. The head of the family is there, or those with the how do you call it, the power to sign the document and all that. They should be there, and then he follows it, and the document is prepared for them.
Okay, so let's go for a quick musical break, and then we'll be right back again.
I can't believe I can't be cool. I'm on the side, mama, you want the best of me go promise to when you be cool. I can't believe I can't be cool. I'm on the side, mama, you want the best of me go promise to when you be cool. Well, my nigga, they brother for me. Now dream, baby, no be good for my head, oh. Bug up on and they best me. Minya bibi anu one thing just to cool down my head, oh. So the baja is a mine. The bottom ya sum to me come and janai. Walk up the banana recession, the bisa say wine. As one can be, so no can you die. Ready me down, my westy. Say what messy day, and that should be mess on my chip, my baby, my best. Me buy and I'm westy. What the missy can I want to buy? I get it. German Kumo, Ryan Kumo. I can't believe say I can't be cool. I'm on the side, mama, you want the best of me go promise to when you be cool. Ryan Kumo, I can't believe say I can't be cool. I'm on the side, mama, you want the best of me go promise to when you be cool. Mama will miss calls, must send the voice notes.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I was he.
Pull.
The studio. Okay, any add up before I go to the next question again?
We've said you shouldn't be in a haste to buy a land. It doesn't mean you should be like a Desica or you should slow down. Yeah. But you just have to be a bit vigilant, because buying a land is a lot of work, especially in part of Accra here. So they should always count on the professional. That is why CUDA is there. As they watch and listen, they will know the right place to.
After acquiring a land and getting your site plan without leasing it, okay, I think I've answered that question. Somebody has sent me a voice note. Yeah, it will be difficult for me to be able to. I know very well that you want me to answer your question, but please type it for me. Why? May that say? Okay, so here is a case whereby the last question, the chief reordering the documents not to be done. Such a chief, can we send the chief to the proper, let's say, outfit to be put in his lane?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If the land was properly acquired at the time, like we are saying, every land has
history behind it.
A history, and it doesn't mean the other chief didn't have the power to sell. He also had the same power to sell. But so the new chief coming doesn't have a right to say, okay, whoever bought from this chief, whatever went on at the time, we are cancelling it. It's not done like that. That's why I'm saying you have to involve a solicitor. They can advise you on this issue. Yes.
But here's the case whereby the solicitors are also charging 30% of the actual total sum.
It is
not all of them that.
Yes.
Some of them can hear you out, can listen, and then.
But 30% is so ambiguous. I mean, we'll bring them here, we'll ask them that question. I hope they don't put to me, because I'll put to them.
But to lose 100% of your investment or to spend an extra 30% on it, which one would you prefer? Say if a land is, say, 1 million Ghana cedis, and then I'm paying an extra, say, 30,000 or say 100,000 to secure the land. So in total, I'm spending 1.1 million. and I choose to lose the 100 million just because I have to involve somebody to just protect my interest, I would rather spend the extra 1 million.
We need to get to the bottom line of the matter.
Okay, the bottom line too is he has sent. He said, thanks for answering the question for me, but the registration I wish to know about.
The thing is that if the chief is saying that that thing, the document should not be done, we want to see how legit it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe for all you know, like the chief has also detected that you are not, how do you call it? You are also claiming part of a land that you shouldn't claim. Remember, there was a question that somebody bought and then the person has passed on. This is why it's so important that when you're buying any property, you need to involve a next of kin. Okay, when you come to a proper company or outfit like us, on the forms there is a next of kin. So whoever buys and then passes on, how do you call it? The land or the property is passed on to the next of kin. So we need to find out the reason why the chief is saying that thing should be stopped. If we get to know the actual reason, then that will inform and determine whether what the chief is saying is legit or it's not. The fact that he's a chief doesn't mean that whatever he says is legitimate.
Okay.
Can I come in?
Please come in.
So, at least within this year, I've handled about 3 of such issues, and there's still one pending. When it happens like that, what the chiefs are looking out for is they want to find, the moment a chief passes on, the other family heads, they try to do some funny things. So the moment the new chief comes, he wants to find out what is left and what is gone.
Are you sure is that?
I'm coming. So when it happens like that, they want to find out the lands that have been already registered. Those ones, they can't do anything about it. All that they will, in the worst situation, request for is for you to come and show your document to them. So that's why some chiefs, when they are installed, they will request that, all the people who have purchased land within his jurisdiction should present their document for vetting. So where maybe you have an indenture from a former chief, and maybe
it's not signed.
It's not duly signed. There are some indentures, they are not signed by the chiefs. And a proper indenture also has to be stamped and signed by the stool or the chief's solicitor. So you first see the solicitor's stamp and signature right at the front page of it. And there are a whole lot of things that need to go through. So when those things are not done, all that you have to do, especially when you have development on it, is just go to the chiefs. They will not resell the land to you.
Okay.
At least some of them, they'll say, to soon sakakra.
To soon sakakra.
Something.
Man for chop.
So you just in our customs, you can't go to
no nipa bedidi ohine so bedidi because ohine no obi entua neka
you feel like that. So
onfa pan enko penifie
into some of them, it's all about negotiations. You just go to the land is maybe 100,000 cedis. There for 10,000 bra. Na sign indenture for fraud at the amount. It's all about negotiations. That's why you get a professional involved. But the thing that makes it a bit risky here is when you have not developed the land. When the chief person mafia
onye hwe ya hono benyaw
one day okay about quatrin nature na ba hono no be can infection so even within the nature you're supposed to develop within 2 years. In 2 years you've not done anything on it, so we entered the land. And legally they are right.
They are right.
Yes, legally they are right because 2 years you have not developed, and after 5 years, after so some of the things we don't. It's not so rigid. It's all about negotiation. That okay, I have this year, though the former chief is gone, my documents were not perfected before him. I'm presenting it to you, and this is a drink money. They will do it.
And to add to it, sorry. That's if the lands commissioner actually following up, because in her situation she's saying the lands commissioner are saying they are holding on to the registration. No,
the chiefs. The chiefs
have told the lands commission to hold on.
Yes.
No, they've told. Is it not there?
They've told, yes, because definitely his registration has to do with lands commission. Yes. After they sign the indenture for you.
The buyer.
No, they've told all buyers. They've told Lands Commission to halt registration for all buyers.
They have the power to do that.
They have the power to do that, yeah.
there are certain parts of the indenture. Every chief or family has their own things that are stated in. So the Lands Commission can see, okay, this is from this particular people. That's how the registrations are done. So, like I'm saying, if the Lands Commission are actually following up with the chief's request, then it means there is an issue somewhere.
There's an issue somewhere.
That's why it's, we have to.
Yeah, that is why I'm saying that the how. Probably is the entire acreage in litigation? Is it in contention? Yes. So until we get to the bottom of it.
Oh, so we want to get to the bottom of it. So kindly call us next week. We are going to give you an opportunity next week again for you to be able to call in and then bring your question. Let me read this from Ampofo from Sunyane Bunu region. Say, good evening. The program needs to be given 3 call times. Yes, sir. Today we dedicated 1 hour. You know, we are here every Sunday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We always give you the opportunity to call us. So I'm happy today. People all the way from Bono, Wa, Molega, Accra, everywhere are calling us. We will continue again next week with the audience questionnaires so that we can be able to get to a lot of root of issues that you people are facing, because we can't do this program without solving a problem. Other than that, it will just be like coming to sit in the studios on TV and talking tap, 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 and going back without solving a problem. No, we want to solve problem. That is why we are here. It says, anyway, I love your program. I'm watching you live. I want to call and question. Thank you so much. Next week, we'll give the opportunity. I've asked you to send me your message. I will continue again for you next week. But I picked this one from Dansuman, all the way from Dansuman. Please, I have bought a land in Accra. I have done a search at the Lands Commission, but I have done a site plan. I have done a site plan by a surveyor from the Lands Commission. I'm yet to do the registration. Am I safe to start building on it? Thank you. This is from Sakina. Sakina, yes.
Land. You should get the document from the right owners. You buy it from a company, you buy it from the chiefs. The document should come in handy, signed. And then we should always endeavor to be on the safer side to register the land. Don't think of building immediately. Think of securing the land. And securing the land is documentation.
Is documentation.
Yes, if the documents were signed, I mean in the old stuff, the old clients, the question that he came on, if the documents were signed and they are not blank, some of these problems, when they arise, it wouldn't affect you. So always make sure that the land you bought, you have documents. The document, like my brothers, is not just a site plan, but it's certified. It is certified by stamping, by signatory, the indentures, everything is on point, everything is signed. Then you move to the next level of going to register the land.
Thank you so much for the opportunity that you have given us to bring your questions for us to be able to answer for you. We'll continue seeing again next week. Let's wrap it up. Even, what do you have for our audience?
All right. What I would say is, anytime they are buying a land, they should get a professional involved. And as we have been saying throughout the conversation, the site plan alone does not entail the right to register a land. So you need to get the indenture, of which you see the site plan in it. The site plan is only giving you the coordinates and the boundary of the land. So you need to make sure you get the right things done. And open your eyes. Don't use familiarity in property acquisition. Request for the right documents. And make sure every transaction, every payment you are making, there is a receipt or a trail of it, in case something pop up that you've not given anything to me. You'll be able to prove with some paper transfers that you've made payment for something of that sort.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Alfred?
Yeah, the truth involved in the acquisition of land is that it is very technical and very difficult. This is why Siwudai is here. It's a very useful platform. So we entreat all Ghanaians to keep watching. And most importantly, they should sponsor the program.
They should sponsor the program.
So that the hours or the time can be extended.
You see,
people are complaining 1 hour, 30 seconds. So I think
it's not enough.
Like that, where I am, and I will move to hear.
It's not easy.
So
but for the love of the program,
they should come and sponsor the program.
Thank you so much.
Bottom line is that if you are looking to buy a house or a land, I mean, it's just about forever construction. Just call me on 050-151-8347.
Okay.
050-151-8347. You will not have any issues.
Okay. Ben. So just to add up to Sakina's, the last question that you read.
Yes.
When she was asking if she's safe because she has already started the registration at the Lands Commission.
At the Lands Commission.
Yes, she is safe. If, like my brother said, if the documentation and everything checks out, she is safe to start.
Okay.
She has to possess it, even though she's still in the process of transferring the title or whatever into her name.
Okay.
So, and what I have for our viewers, with real estate transactions or in any real estate, you always treat the next person or whoever you are buying from like he's a dishonest person.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell my clients, treat me as
a dishonest person.
So whatever due diligence you are supposed to do to make you feel comfortable with buying from me, do it. If it's a search that you have to do it. Don't say, okay, I know Ben is this, Ben is that, Ben is that, so I'm going to buy from Ben. No, treat me as I'm a dishonest person, like you don't know me. I'm going to get your money. Just to keep your interest or whatever intact. Just do all your due diligence before you involve yourself.
Thank you so much, Ben. Yeah, sure. Why you
Okay.
Ben the Brooker. I like the name Ben the Brooker.
We didn't know about some of this cacao.
No. Over tonight you dying, so I won't know some of music.
Okay, so like you said, Ben the Broker is on Instagram, it's on Twitter, it's on so mostly I'm all on the social media platforms. So
okay.
If you want to reach out, I'm here to help you.
Ben the Broker. Thank you so much. Ben the Broker.
Even the vice president.
Vice president.
So if you need any property as well, I'm a property consultant. If you need anything within the real estate space, sales, rentals, advisory, investment advisory, you can also reach me on 0546 034 809 0546 034 809.
Thank you so much. On this note, I'd like to wish my own sister, a member of Garib, Linda. Linda celebrated her birthday yesterday. Linda, my big sis, thank you so much for being part of my love life. I love you so much. You're my big sis. I did not be you, I wouldn't have gotten most of the resources, people from Garib coming on my show. Thank you so much. I love you so much. My big sis that I would in birthday and and all those who celebrated their birthday, a very big happy birthday to you, and a belated one, of course. God willing, next week we'll be right here in the studio, same time, same day. My name remains Odansini Odilia. Watch the repeat of this very program, God willing, Saturday 9 p.m. Saturday 9 p.m. By repeat of this program again comes off next week for the continuation of the questions and answers.